Welcome back, everyone. Now, do you know that temptation is not sin? Now, sin is what you do once you are tempted to do something against God's purpose for our lives, and then you go ahead and proceed to do what you're tempted to do instead of turning away from that temptation. Now, the Bible is filled with people who recognize temptation and turned from it, but it's also filled with people that fell into temptation and sinned against God. So we all know about the very first temptation and the very first sin in Genesis chapter 3, where God tells Adam and Eve not to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and we know that the serpent tempted Adam and Eve to eat the fruit. They disobeyed God, ate the fruit, and then they sinned. Now, the Bible also contains scriptures of people who recognized temptation and they ran from it. One of the most famous cases of this is found in Genesis chapter 39, where Joseph was tempted by Potiphar's wife to sleep with her, but Joseph ran out of there because he valued his relationship with God a lot more than just a few lustful moments of sinning against God in heaven. Now, I've heard some Christians say that temptations are just for a way for God to build your faith and strengthen your walk with Him. But I think this is completely unbiblical, because the book of James chapter 1 verses 13 and 14 clearly says, when tempted, no one should say, God is tempting me. For God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does He tempt anyone, but each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desires and enticed. So there's nothing wrong with being tempted. It's natural to be tempted. It happens every day. The problem begins when you fall into temptation and then you begin to sin. So how do you overcome temptation? Well, you've got to ask yourself, guys, what are you filling your soul with? Trash and garbage or holy things? The book of Romans chapter 13 verse 14 says, clothe yourselves with the Lord Jesus Christ and do not think about how to gratify the desires of the flesh. And that's how you overcome temptation. The closer you get to Jesus Christ, the more disgusted you will be with even the thought of sinning. I'm Fab, and I pray that you strengthen your walk with Jesus so you can overcome any temptation that the devil may throw your way. I'll catch you later, guys, and always, please, always stay faithful. God bless you all. See ya.